Hello, Aquarius. Let me adjust this. Hopefully, I get to work. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration. Hang on. And I'm here for your Mercury retrograde reading. I know you guys probably were like, this woman has forgot all about us. She doesn't love us. Then nothing could be further from the truth. Life. So this is Mercury retrograde reading. We just started Mercury retrograde. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mercury retrograde for Aquarius. Let's get to the tarot. So we're going to be using a few different decks today. Okay. For the oracle, we're going to be using the Messages from the Guides Oracle by James Van Praagh. And then for our initial tarot portion, we're going to use the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. And then we have the Celestial Tarot. This is a tried and true one for this month, this Mercury retrograde season as well. So we're going to start with this. We're going to start with the messages from the spirit guides here. Messages from your guides. Again, this is for the entirety of the Mercury retrograde season. What we should really be, the energies I see, I'm hearing coming towards you, the energies that, the things we should kind of be reviewing during this time period. You've got a nice little Uranus transit that is, oh gosh, is that a quincunx for you guys, or is that a square? Squaring you in Taurus. So your sun, your moon, or your rising. So that's probably causing you some consternation because of all of the disruption to your daily life and the disruption in how you just normally do your business. Other people not seeing how maybe they could improve and do their business a little bit better. And then you just really kind of having this it's being disrupted, how you earn your money, who's around you, who really is like providing that extra bit of comfort perhaps, and then this desire to like change and just kind of break out and rebel against the box and get pushed out of the box of where you've been recently. Also, there's also the added extra tidbit of that's going to give you some really personal foundational downloads from spirit. Okay, so this is like a big review, a big reveal. I think that's what I'm hearing for Aquarians. Big reveal time of a lot of different aspects of your spirituality and your spiritual, who you are as an individual, and your energy and how that's supposed to relate to the collective and how you're really relating to yourself and the world around you. But how does that change the foundation? Like you transforming into being who you incarnated here to be. Okay, in a really real way. You have a nice sextile with the Mars retrograde in Aries. That, however, is squaring the big boys up there, right? In Capricorn, but you're kind of okay with it because it's pushing and propelling you to review and to think about and to rethink some things, and you're seeing, you're motivated with this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio to act out upon the information, the secrets that are being revealed, the information it's being like all of a sudden it's like, oh, like, the light's being shown on some things you already knew instinctually were true, but it's being shown to you. So now how do you integrate all of this information and all this energy into you moving forward? That's your Mercury retrograde season in a nutshell. How do you integrate everything that's being shown to you, right? And move forward with it. Okay. I know my hair keeps getting bigger every video. Okay, here we go. Give without expectations. Give without expectations. This is the heart chakra. And I'm going to say that's probably a lot to do with giving wisdom, right? Wisdom, time. You have to give without expectations. And I feel like spirit is also saying, we're giving you without expectations. We're not attaching anything to the gifts that we're giving you. Live your bliss. Some of you guys are definitely not doing that. Live your bliss. You got to decide what is blissful for you, what is going to make you happy, and it's time for you to live it. That's like, if you notice the color of these cards, I picked this up like somehow during all of these Mercury retrograde readings. They're chakra colored as well. So giving without expectation is sacral, solar, and then into heart. So you might be really concerned about getting used and abused or whatever. And I'm not saying toxic relationship wise, this is what we should be doing. But you can't always do something for somebody with the expectation you're going to get it back. In fact, most times you're not going to get it back. You're not going to get back. Not directly from that person. You might get from someone else, and down the line, sowing good seed, living your bliss. Are you in your power enough to live your bliss? And this is now journey within. So that's heart chakra moving up into throat and third eye and crown. So journey within. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm knocking cards over. So let's think about this. Let's look at this. Let's hear what Spirit has to say about it, right? So give without expectations, live your bliss, and journey within. Listen, you are not going to find externally your bliss. You are not going to find happiness from outside. Happiness starts from within. Happiness is you accepting the fact that there are certain situations that are in your life right now that are just in your life right now. And they're here for a reason, and they're here for a season. And you got to get through this to get to the other side. As painful as it might be, you have to get through this to get to the other side. There's not a shortcut involved here. There's no shortcuts. This is what it is. And we have to accept it and keep moving. That doesn't mean that this isn't meant for something and it's not meant to transform. But at some point, when we give with expectations, when we're like, I'm doing all this and they're not doing it back or they're not hearing me. Well, okay. For some people, some of the time, the stuff that you say is going to be a little bit like harsh because you're going to put it out there, Aquarians, very succinctly, harshly. And it's a lot of times well, I know better for you. You might hear it, but that doesn't mean that person is ready to receive it. And they're probably not ready to change it just yet either. Doesn't mean you shouldn't say it. But there's a difference with me saying to someone, hey, listen, I've looked at this situation, or we've been talking about whatever this is, and I really feel like, that this would really help you. You would really benefit from doing blah, 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 blah. And this is why I'm just looking out for you. Rather than, listen, I've been listening to you. We've been on the phone. You've been complaining. This is what you need to do. Okay, honey, this is what you need to do, girl. You need to, because you're not doing right by yourself, and you're not doing this, and he's not doing that, and she's not doing that, right? There's a whole different energy to that. And then you get off the phone, and you're like, 2 days later, when this situation is still there, you're like, I just told this person. Now I'm guilty of this too. So, I'm telling myself, I've told this person this 5 million times. And they still don't listen. And then I get mad or upset. Like, you didn't even, Sometimes, though, we are just meant to sow the seed and move it along. There's a lot of heart issues that are being dealt with during this Mercury retrograde. How you're feeling about a thing. Yes, those things that one calls feelings, they do exist. That is a real energy, baby. It's a real energy that needs to be dealt with. It's a real thing. It's not a joke. You're hurting yourself more by projecting onto somebody else. You absolutely need to do things my way. It doesn't matter if you're right, because being right is not more important than maintaining the relationship. Okay? Being right and then being able to come back and say, I told you so, is not more important. You can't lord it over somebody and then just have this expectation that you're going to do exactly what you say to do all the time. They're not going to. Like when I speak to y'all, my one-on-one sessions or whatever, I put this information out there. I have zero expectation other than that I'm speaking what spirit has put on my heart, or my guides are telling me, or my angels to say, and that it's going to fall on good ground and listening ears and an open heart. I don't have any other expectation other than that. My expectation is just for me. So sometimes you have to be interactive with people and give them the energy without the expectation they're going to follow it all the way. And without like, okay, if you don't listen to me and do it my way, then we can't be in relationship. Now, there's a difference between that and you're in a situation, a relationship, a friendship, or whatever, and it's a repeated thing where, it's a lot of work. It's always a lot of work. And sometimes there's just a season that we're in someone's life and we're there to help them in whatever capacity during whatever that time is. And when the season is over, the season is over. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to understand. And that's the hardest thing to get past because we become attached. But part of this, give without expectations and living your bliss, until we're so like really settled in who we are in our root, our sacral, and our solar plexus, our lower three chakras, that when we say these things, there is just this sense of self-worth, self-power, self-love, self-esteem. Like we're just really settled that we don't need to see you do it to feel good about it. Like to know that we did our job, our duty. I don't need anyone else to define what my happiness is. I can be in bliss by myself. I live that way. Yes, am I stressed sometimes? Of course, but I'm so settled in who I am right now. That's it. Right? Like it is what it is. I'm settled in who I am. I love who I am. And I'm living in my bliss. I'm truly, even though sometimes I get stressed out, I'm so like grounded in that and like embracing everything about me. And so if you accept what I say to you or not, it's not going to hurt me. Right? And I know that again, there's seasons and there's reasons and there's times to this thing. And while people moving out of my life might, it hurts to an extent because I'm still human, but I also recognize that sometimes for the higher good, that's what it's all about. And especially you Aquarians, like, because you're seeing and you get a lot of the collective information and, when you all get downloads and uploads and upgrades and all that kind of stuff, boy, does it hit y'all. You get the big ones, you could, but that's kind of who you are. It's interesting because your symbol is the water bearer, but you're an air sign. So I feel like a lot of water, a lot of spiritual energy, spiritual wisdom is poured into you. And it's your job to expound and pontificate, if you will, or verbalize, speak it into the earth, what you're getting from spirit. You're holding all of this. And then it explodes out of you because you've got all this beautiful spirit water energy that you're bearing and bringing to the earth. And then one day it goes, whoosh, it's like a big geyser, right? And it's very powerful and it's very meaningful, but sometimes people can take it the wrong way. So anyway, back to living your bliss. Be blissful in this is who you are. Be happy, be comfortable, this is who you are. And then finally the journey within. So there's going to be a lot of shadow work done this time. I know we're so tired of that S word, shadow. We're so tired of it. But this is truly a journey within. And I'm not saying that there's a whole lot to dig up and dig out. I'm saying that there's pieces to this puzzle that are being kind of finalized and put into place. But it's going to be an internal. This is not external. This is all you. This is the internal going to the depths. This is the internal, okay, I'm finally ready to really step out into who I am. And I'm finally really ready to embrace it in the fullness thereof. Okay. So let's get some tarot. I'm going to leave those cards there. And I do feel that for a number of my Aquarians out there, there've already been a number of like epiphanies, aha moments, you know, all those colloquial things happening. And it's only going to get more and more and more, like more and more and more secrets, deep secrets are going to be being revealed to you. In the supernatural or the upper dimensions and here on earth. We have Ace of Raphael, which is like the Ace of Cups. A positive new emotional experience. Fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. I just said that. There you go. And some of you might be finding love. You know, I don't do a whole lot of love doctor talk, but some of you could be very well finding love. Then Archangel Samuel, perspective. So this is like the Hanged Man. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. You're changing up. This is like crown chakra energy. You're seeing things in a new way and you're changing up how you're doing it and understanding that all of this time that you've been waiting and where everything has felt like it's been on pause, you've been taking like 3 steps back. It's really just for preparation for you. And there was a lot of softening of your heart that needed to be done as well. Here's Epiphany. Archangel Raziel, joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. You guys, I don't even know that we need the celestial tarot. Like this is just like exactly everything I was just saying. King of Ariel, which is the King of Pentacles. Successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. There's great success coming. There's great wealth coming. New entrepreneurships, businesses, opportunities are coming your way. Okay, promotions for some of you. King of Michael, which is the King of Swords, principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. Wow, you guys are, when you come out of this Mercury retrograde, I can just see a lot of you being like so out there in your spiritual practice, if you will, or however you're supposed to convey the message you get from spirit. This is going to be tremendous. And here we have new beginnings, which is like the world card. Archangel Jeremiah. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. This is that journey within. I don't know what else to tell you. You go into the past and you do your review. I'm not even pulling any celestial tarot for you. This is just not even, that's not even a necessity. You go within and you find that information and you really, you know, a lot of you have already acknowledged your purpose. Some of you have started walking in it. Some of you need to walk further. Some of you need to push. Yeah. Y'all do the darn thing, okay? Like, we need you. You all have been getting so much water brought into you, so much spirit brought into you and poured into you that it's time for you to begin to, like, expel it. Like, we need the geysers to pop up. And in a very spiritual way, and all the wisdoms that you've been gathering up, we need that information out, okay? But you need to give this information without the expectations of rapid, radical change, and understand that it starts small and then explodes. Time is so much shorter and so much more condensed now that you're going to see the change quicker than normal. But you got to be okay in your heart that what you speak shall come to pass, and we need to hear it, okay? We need to hear it. So it is October 15th at the time of this recording. So there's like 1 or 2 more days to sign up for my the virtual retreat, Be the Light. Okay, that's like a light worker boot camp. Quantum manifestation, quantum meditation, astral travel, light, activating your psychic and intuitive gifts, spiritual warfare, crystal work, becoming Reiki attuned or reattuned if you've already been attuned through the original Usui method here. All of that over 2.5 days and so much more. I'm putting the boxes together. We're putting the finishing touches on the workbook. I'm calling it a workbook, but I don't know what it's going to be. Anyway, it's 2.5 days of just jam-packed. Okay, just jam-packed information. There's a quick video right now. The link down below to sign up. Reach out to me. Okay, reach out to me. Let's get you signed up and ready to go for this. This is going to be an amazing boot camp. Okay, we will talk to you guys soon. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you. Namaste. Bye-bye.